Today, unravel the intricate web of global pollution. It's a vast and complex issue, stretching from the deepest oceans to the highest mountain peaks, from bustling cities to the most remote corners of our planet. Tragically, it's a web we've spun ourselves through our actions and choices. Human activity has given rise to a myriad of pollution types, each with its own causes, effects, and potential solutions. Air pollution, from factory emissions to vehicle exhaust, clouds our skies and fills our lungs. Water pollution, whether through industrial discharge or oil spills, threatens our oceans and rivers. Soil pollution, often caused by pesticides and improper waste disposal, compromises our land and the food we grow. And then there's waste, particularly plastic, a visible and enduring testament to our throwaway culture. Together, these forms of pollution form an interconnected web, a cycle of cause and effect. Unearth the causes, effects, and potential solutions to these pollution types. First, dive into the realm of air pollution. This invisible yet ubiquitous issue has roots in several human activities, each contributing to our atmospheric cocktail of pollutants. On one hand, we have industrial emissions. Think about factories, manufacturing plants, and the like. They're often responsible for spewing out pollutants such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which can wreak havoc on both our health and the environment. On the other hand, our beloved cars and trucks aren't exactly innocent bystanders. Vehicle exhaust, in fact, is a significant source of air pollution, releasing harmful substances like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and hydrocarbons into the air we breathe. And then there's the burning of fossil fuels. Power plants and heating systems, in their quest to keep our lights on and our homes warm, release a torrent of carbon dioxide and other pollutants. This process not only dirties our air, but also plays a major role in climate change. Lastly, we can't overlook agricultural practices. The use of pesticides, fertilizers, and the emissions from livestock all contribute to the deteriorating quality of our air. Now let's talk effects. Air pollution has a profound impact on our health, leading to respiratory illnesses, heart disease, and even lung cancer. It also affects the environment, causing acid rain, smog, and contributing significantly to global warming. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are solutions within our reach. We can promote renewable energy sources, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. We can implement stricter emission regulations, holding industries accountable for their contributions to air pollution. And we can encourage the use of public transportation and electric vehicles, reducing the amount of vehicle exhaust that finds its way into our atmosphere. Air pollution, though invisible, has tangible and harmful impacts. But with knowledge, awareness, and collective action, we have the power to clear the air and safeguard our planet for future generations. Next, plunge into the depths of water pollution. Our planet's waters are under siege, tainted by a cocktail of pollutants. Let's delve into the murky waters and uncover the causes, effects, and solutions of water pollution. First, the causes. Industrial discharge is a major culprit, with factories unceremoniously dumping chemicals and heavy metals into our water bodies. Then there's sewage and wastewater. We produce an astonishing volume of waste each day, and much of it, untreated or inadequately treated, ends up in our rivers and oceans. Oil spills, those accidental releases of petroleum products, cause immediate and long-term devastation. Finally, let's not forget agricultural runoff. Pesticides and fertilizers might give us bountiful crops, but they're also leaching into our water bodies with dire consequences. The effects? They're far-reaching and devastating. Aquatic life is hit hard, with disrupted ecosystems and countless marine species losing their lives. For us humans, diseases from contaminated water are a very real threat. And then there's eutrophication, excess nutrients causing algal blooms that suffocate aquatic life and render water bodies lifeless. But there's hope. Solutions are within our grasp if we're willing to reach out and seize them. Improving wastewater treatment infrastructure is a start. By treating our waste more effectively, we can minimize the pollutants entering the water. We can regulate agricultural runoff, preventing harmful substances from reaching our rivers and oceans. And we must strengthen policies on industrial waste management, forcing industries to take responsibility for their actions. Water, the source of life, is under threat. But acknowledging the problem is the first step towards a solution. Let's work together to turn the tide on water pollution for the sake of our planet and all its inhabitants. Now dig into the issue of soil pollution. Soil pollution, often overlooked, is a silent destroyer, creeping into the very foundation of our life, the ground beneath our feet. It's an insidious form of pollution, often less visible than its air and water counterparts, yet equally destructive. The causes of soil pollution are varied, but can largely be attributed to human activities. The excessive use of pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture, for instance, can introduce harmful chemicals into the soil. These chemicals not only affect soil quality, but also disrupt the natural balance of organisms living in the soil, leading to long-term damage to soil health. Industrial activities, too, contribute significantly to soil pollution. Waste disposal, chemical spills, and other industrial processes can introduce heavy metals and toxins into the soil. Over time, these pollutants accumulate, rendering the soil unfit for supporting plant life. But the problem doesn't stop there. Improper waste disposal, including landfills and illegal dumping, also results in soil pollution. These practices can lead to the introduction of non-biodegradable waste and hazardous materials into the soil, further degrading its quality. The effects of soil pollution are far-reaching. Reduced soil fertility can significantly affect crop production, threatening our food security. Additionally, the contamination of food crops can lead to potential health risks for humans, including various types of cancer and other illnesses. Moreover, soil pollution doesn't stay put. It can lead to water pollution through runoff and leaching, thereby exacerbating the problem of contamination and affecting a larger ecosystem. But there's hope. By adopting organic farming techniques, we can reduce the reliance on harmful pesticides and fertilizers. Ensuring proper hazardous waste disposal can also mitigate the risks of soil pollution. Moreover, cleaning and rehabilitating contaminated sites can help restore the health of our soils. In conclusion, soil pollution is a pressing issue that needs our attention. It's not just about preserving the earth beneath our feet, it's about safeguarding our food, our health, and our future. Soil, the foundation of our food system, needs protection. Finally, sift through the problem of waste and plastic pollution. The issue of waste and plastic pollution is a multifaceted one, rooted in a series of interlinked causes. The overuse of single-use plastics is a significant contributor. Every minute, the equivalent of a garbage truck's worth of plastic enters our oceans, much of it in the form of disposable items that we use just once before tossing away. Equally problematic is our inadequate waste management. Even in developed nations, recycling rates can be shockingly low. In some parts of the world, over half of all plastic waste ends up in landfills, or worse, littering our landscapes and polluting our seas. Our consumer culture, with its emphasis on convenience and disposability, exacerbates these issues. Our throwaway mentality means we're creating more waste than our planet can handle. The effects of this waste and plastic pollution are far-reaching and devastating. Wildlife is a major casualty, with countless animals dying each year due to ingestion of or entanglement in plastic waste. Microplastics, tiny particles broken down from larger items, pose a less visible but equally insidious threat. These particles can enter the food chain, affecting not only marine life but potentially human health too. Our overuse of landfills leads to environmental contamination, leaching toxins into our soil and water. But there's hope. By enhancing our recycling programs and facilities, we can ensure more waste is repurposed and less ends up as pollution. Reducing the production and use of single-use plastics can significantly cut the amount of waste we generate. Designing products for sustainability and longevity, rather than disposability, can help shift our consumer culture in a more sustainable direction. We need to remember that every piece of plastic ever made still exists somewhere. It's our responsibility to manage this material in a way that minimizes harm to our planet. Waste and plastic pollution, a byproduct of modern life, demands immediate attention. In summary, pollution is a multifaceted global challenge. From the air we breathe to the water we drink, and the soil that nourishes our food, human activities continue to cause harm on an unprecedented scale. This harm is not isolated, it is interconnected. Air pollution does not respect boundaries, water pollution seeps into our soils, and waste pollution affects both land and sea. The cumulative impact of these pollution types is staggering, creating a cycle of environmental degradation and health risks. But it's not a lost cause. The need for comprehensive, coordinated global action has never been more pressing. Governments, industries, and communities all have roles to play in turning the tide. But let's not forget the power of individual responsibility. Each one of us can make a difference through conscious choices and sustainable practices. We can reduce, reuse, recycle, and rethink our consumption habits. Remember, every action counts in the fight against pollution.